If you think that turning 80 means giving up your strength, your brilliance, or your intimacy, you've been lied to. The real problem isn't getting older. It's how many good men have been convinced that slowing down is normal. That tiredness is expected. That a cold bed and an exhausted body are part of getting older. But what if I told you that regaining your energy, your confidence, and yes, your vitality in the bedroom, could start with something as simple as a teaspoon? A natural concoction with ingredients you probably already have at home. And which is already changing the lives of men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s. Just a spoon. But what's in it? And why is it working so quickly? Stay with me, because you're about to find out. Chapter 1, Does Ginger Mix Work in Minutes? Studies plus Testimonials. When I first heard about this mixture, I confess, I was skeptical. It sounds too simple, too fast, too good to be true. But the reports started coming in. Men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s. Many of them had already given up hope. And suddenly, they began to feel something different, a better mood. A wave of natural warmth through their legs and hands. And in some cases, an intimate response that hadn't appeared for years. All this, less than 10 minutes after a cold drink. How can something so simple have such a direct effect? The answer doesn't lie in magic. It lies in biology. And the most impressive thing is that it's not coming from a laboratory. It's coming from a natural recipe, made in your own kitchen. If this surprised you, comment here with a fire. I want to see how many men still believe in their own vitality. But why does the body respond so quickly? And what exactly is behind this reaction? That's what you'll understand now. Chapter 2, Why does blood flow change everything after 60? When a man starts to feel slower, more tired, less like himself, many people say it's getting older. But what almost no one explains to you is that behind this feeling is something much more specific and reversible: blood flow. After 60, your blood vessels lose flexibility. The production of nitric oxide, the molecule that expands the arteries, drops. And the blood, which used to flow strongly, begins to circulate slowly. But blood carries everything: oxygen, hormones, nutrients, heat. If it slows down, the body slows down with it. Energy disappears. The mind slows down. The skin cools. Libido disappears. And without even realizing it, you begin to drift away from who you always were. Not by choice. But because your body is simply not getting what it needs. You are not losing strength, you are losing blood. But what happens when that flow returns? You'll see. And feel. Chapter 3, The Forgotten Power of Ginger. Most people see ginger as a simple spice, something to add flavor to tea or food. But what few people know is that it contains one of the most powerful natural compounds in existence, gingerol. This substance is capable of relaxing blood vessels, activating circulation, and reducing internal inflammation that steals your energy without warning. And unlike artificial stimulants, which rise quickly and then plummet, ginger acts like nature, firmly, consistently, and without harming your body. It helps to naturally increase nitric oxide, the same compound that the body uses to generate healthy erections. In other words, more flow, more sensitivity, more response. It is no exaggeration to say that ginger warms the body from within and awakens regions that seem dormant. Do you already use ginger in your daily life? Comment yes or no below. But ginger alone is not enough. The secret lies in the combination and in the preparation. And that's what you're about to find out. It is Chapter 4, The 5 Ingredients That Turn Ginger into a Tonic. You've already seen that ginger has real power. But on its own, it's just the beginning. What transforms this ingredient into a real tonic is the way it combines with 4 other natural elements, all simple, accessible, and with specific functions within the body. Let's start with it: fresh ginger. It's the base. It stimulates circulation, warms the body, and prepares the ground for the other ingredients to act. Lemon. Here we use not only the juice, but also the zest, the yellow part of the peel. The zest activates the metabolism with its essential oils. The juice, in turn, cleanses the system and provides vitamin C, which helps in the absorption of the other compounds. Raw honey. It's not just for sweetening. It provides stable energy, without spikes. It has enzymes, antioxidants, and helps soften the intense flavor of ginger and lemon, making the experience more enjoyable and sustainable on a daily basis. Pure water. Simple, but essential. It extracts and carries the active ingredients of everything that goes into the mixture. Without it, nothing flows. And now, the most underrated ingredient: raisins. Yes. When lightly boiled, they release iron, potassium, natural sugars, and plant compounds that nourish the blood. They also give body and texture to the liquid, and help maintain balanced pressure. The most powerful ingredient may be the raisin. It is the combination of these ingredients, and the right way to prepare them, that creates the real effect. And that's what we're going to do together, now. Chapter 5, How to Prepare Ginger Mix, Complete Step-by-Step Guide. There is something powerful about preparing something with your own hands that will help you feel better. Many men I work with tell me that this moment has become more than a habit, it has become a ritual. And you will see how simple and enjoyable it is to do this at home. Start with fresh ginger. Take a root the size of your thumb or a small handful. Wash it well, peel it with a spoon or knife, and cut it into thin slices. The thinner the slices, the more flavor and nutrients you will extract. Now, the lemon. Gently grate the yellow part of the peel, this is the zest. Set aside a tablespoon. Then cut the lemon in half and squeeze the juice. About 2 tablespoons are enough. Strain to remove seeds. Place the sliced ginger, zest, and lemon juice in a container. Add 2 tablespoons of raw honey. Mix slowly, enjoying the aroma that begins to form, warm, citrusy, slightly sweet. Now, in a small saucepan, add 350 milliliters of water and 100 g of raisins. Bring to a gentle boil over medium heat. The raisins will swell and release their nutrients into the water. Cook for 5 minutes and then strain. Take this golden liquid, return it to the pan, and add the ginger, honey, and lemon mixture. Heat over very low heat, do not boil. Just mix until everything is well incorporated. Turn off the heat, cover, and let it sit for 5 minutes. Done. What you have now is not just a drink. It's a tonic. It's a gesture. It's a choice of presence, care, and reconstruction. If you're going to try this recipe, type "I'm going to make it" in the comments. But be careful, how you use this mix makes all the difference in the results. And that's what we're going to talk about now. Chapter 6, How to Use for Maximum Effect, and Avoid Mistakes. Now that you have your ginger mix ready, it's time to turn it into real results. And for that, there's one principle that's worth more than any ingredient: consistency. Drink 1 warm cup a day. Every day. Not just when you remember. Not just when you're tired. Every day, as a commitment to yourself. The best time? In the morning, if you want more focus, energy, and disposition. Or at night, if you're looking for relaxation, internal warmth, and maybe even a more intimate connection. But be careful, what sabotages results the most is not what you do. It's what you do wrong. Many people end up boiling ginger over high heat, thinking that this enhances the effect. But this destroys gingerol, the active compound that stimulates circulation. Others prefer convenience and use bottled lemon juice. However, this industrialized juice does not have the essential oils from the peel, which activate the metabolism and aid absorption. And perhaps the most common mistake of all, drinking the mix only occasionally. Every other day. This confuses the body. And without repetition, there is no construction. There is no real response. The most common mistake is to believe that this is a miracle. This is not a rescue. It is a rhythm. And your body responds when it understands that you are in control, with consistency, not urgency. And when it starts to respond, it's not just you who feels it. It's those who live with you too. Chapter 7, What Really Changes in a Man's Life. Something happens after a few weeks of using this mix. It's not explosive. It's not dramatic. But it's powerful. Silent, sometimes. One man told me, "Doctor, my wife looked at me in a way I hadn't seen in years." Another said he laughed with her again in the kitchen. And there was one who just said, "I think I'm back." Because in the end, it's not just about blood flowing. It's about dignity flowing back. About feeling present again. Looking in the mirror and thinking, "I'm still here." Your mood improves. Your skin changes. Your touch returns. But the strongest thing is what happens inside. That's when a man stops hiding. And starts showing himself again, with lightness, with clarity, with desire. If this touched you, share it with another man who needs to remember who he is. And if you thought that was the end, little do you know how much a simple mistake can disrupt everything. Let's talk about that now. Chapter 8, Avoid these 4 mistakes that sabotage your results. I've seen this happen more times than I can count. The man makes the right decision, buys the ingredients, prepares everything carefully. And in the first few days, he feels it. More energy. A clearer mind. A new spirit. But then, suddenly, it stops. The effect disappears. And he calls me saying, "Doctor, I don't understand. I did everything right." That's when we start investigating. Most of the time, it's not what he did. It's what he did wrong without realizing it. Overcooking, for example, seems harmless, but it destroys gingerol, which is precisely the most important active ingredient in the recipe. Using bottled lemon juice may seem more practical, but it cuts out the essential oils from the zest, which are fundamental for the metabolism to respond. And when use becomes sporadic, every other day, only when you remember, the body never understands that it's part of the routine. It doesn't adapt. But perhaps the most insidious mistake is this: drinking the ginger mix in the morning, and then spending the day eating poorly, drinking too much alcohol, and sleeping poorly. You build it up in the morning, and destroy it at night. You may be throwing it all away, without realizing it. The good news is that these mistakes are easy to correct. And when you get it right, even if it's little by little, the results come back, and become more and more natural. And that's when the most profound changes begin to emerge. Chapter 9, What to Expect with Daily Use. In the early days, the effects may seem subtle. A slight warmth in your hands and feet. A slightly clearer head when you wake up. Perhaps, for the first time in a long time, you end the day with energy to spare. These small signs are big. They show that your body is responding. That your blood is circulating again as it should. In the 2nd or 3rd week, the reports change tone. Men tell me they are walking more, sleeping better, waking up before their alarm clock, and looking forward to the day ahead. And when the flow improves, intimacy returns. Not hurriedly, not with effort, but naturally. More responsiveness. More presence. More connection. And often, it is the partner who notices it first. In the long run, comes what many people never imagined they would feel again. A more stable mood, less joint pain, more desire to leave the house, to move, to laugh, to touch, to show themselves. And it all starts with a simple gesture. A warm cup. Every day. Come back here after a week of using it and tell us how you felt. But what if you want to go further? What if you could multiply these effects, with even simpler actions? That's what we're going to talk about now. Chapter 10, How to Further Enhance the Results. Something changes when this drink becomes part of your day. It's not just your body that awakens, it's your consciousness. You realize that you're not just getting older, you're growing. And you start to ask yourself, if this has already done me good, what else can I do for myself? That's where the little boosts come in, simple, accessible, and incredibly effective. Adding a touch of cinnamon to the mixture, for example, helps control blood sugar and intensifies the flavor. It's comfort and balance in the same sip. Taking a short walk after drinking tea activates circulation even more. No need to run. 10-15 minutes is enough. It's like starting the engine after filling up the tank. Conscious breathing, 5 slow, deep breaths, oxygenates the brain, calms the nervous system, and prepares the body to better absorb each nutrient. It's a gesture of presence, of focus. And if you can add to that quality sleep, with less screen time, a hot bath, soft lighting before bed, your body will have the ideal environment to regenerate completely. The drink is just the beginning. The rest is up to you. And maybe, it also depends on something that goes beyond health. Something deeper. Something that has to do with who you still are. Let's close with that. Chapter 11, You're Still That Man. If you've come this far, you may have felt something different. It's not just interest, it's recognition. It's as if, deep down, a part of you has said, I remember who I am. And it's true. You are still that man. No matter how old you are. No matter what you've been told. It's not too late. You're not fragile. And what you feel is no small thing, it's a sign that there's still a fire burning inside. Every time you prepare this mix, you're not just stirring a drink. You're saying, I still take care of myself. I'm still here. I choose to live with presence, with dignity, with desire. And that choice, repeated, conscious, intentional, changes everything. Because the body can restore itself. The mind can clear up again. And life can start pulsing again. If you felt this as a call, sign up now. You are not alone. There's a lot more to come. And the best could be starting right now.
If you've made it this far, it means you're ready for more. And the next video is already waiting, packed with practical tips, powerful insights, and real solutions. Click now and keep going on this journey with me.